Well, our Supplier Diversity program is it is focused on pipeline. So clearly we have a long history of having a program in place. It's been very well developed, significant levels of spend, and I think that's one reason why we have, over the years, had been honored with the Top Corp Award. Our program is really focused on developing the pipeline of women-owned businesses and minority-owned businesses for the immediate term, so for immediate business opportunities, but for the longer term, we are looking to continue to develop and support capacity building for businesses, women-owned and minority-owned businesses, to get bigger, to get stronger, to get broader in their footprint and capabilities, because that will help and better support Shell's capabilities as we look at how our business is evolving in a global climate, and allow us to have more and more of our business to be open and be available for women and minority-owned businesses to be really competitive in. So that's one of our focuses right now, is looking for the pipeline of businesses that are really looking to grow and develop. Well, one of the things that we do is, as we are contracting with first tier, we are looking for the people who compete for our business at the first tier level to also talk with us about second tier. And that includes both majority-owned businesses and WBE and MBE-owned businesses. We are looking to do business in the first tier with businesses who also support MBEs and WBEs. And we look to support that. It's one of the things that we tend to require, and we ask people to talk with us about how they do that. We also support activities like this. So I'm thinking about some conversations that I had over the course of the trade fair today, where in talking with some of the people who came to the Shell booth about some of the things that they offer and potential with Shell, we have also made some direct references of some of the folks who came to the booth to talk to some of our current suppliers, including MBE and WBE suppliers, and making direct connections in that regard. So that's one of the things, and perhaps one of the strongest ways that we look to support that. Oh, the certification angle is huge. It's huge. I mean, in a sort of a crass sense, I mean, when you want to get credit for your spend, you're really looking for certified companies, either WBENC certified or NMSDC certified companies. In the broader sense, the certification really does help you understand the capabilities of the company that you're dealing with. It's one of the sort of, I really think of it as table stakes. Either for WBENC or an MSDC certification, you know a certain amount of due diligence has been done in understanding the company's capabilities, and in understanding, very frankly, are they really a WBE or an MBE? So the certification is really important. Now, again, I think of it as table stakes. So we also obviously going to do our own due diligence with suppliers as they come into on our radar screen. But it's table stakes. We look for it. Well, this is my first WBENC conference, so I am really excited and delighted by some of the quote-unquote softer things that I'm getting out of it. Just some of the people that I've met, the energy in the air, and the passion and commitment that I see among the WBEs and among my peers, the corporate supplier diversity and procurement specialists. But to be really frank about it, the most valuable thing that I'm looking for out of this conference is business leads. I am looking to make connections with suppliers, potential suppliers for Shell, and especially I'm looking to make business leads, business connections with suppliers who are capable of growing into some of the harder spend areas where we have little or no participation today for MBEs and WBEs. I'm thinking about in our upstream areas, rig support. Where are the drilling companies? Where are the companies that make the huge pipelines that may be WBEs or MBEs? The numbers that we found are few and far between. So if there are not many that exist in some of these spend areas today, where are the companies that have capabilities that may be transferable into penetrating some of these spend areas. Where are the companies that are both have the skills and the interest to grow, possibly diversify their business, and maybe in some creative ways, maybe by partnering with other companies to think about maybe geographical growth or growing capabilities, or just plain old investing and growing. Not every business is necessarily interested in doing that. We're looking for the businesses that are, and really to help us penetrate spend areas today where we don't have a lot of participation of WBEs. If we can get just a few meaty leads today, I will feel with this conference has been a huge success for us. I think it varies by the culture of the business and the companies that you deal with. Shell, I think, is a relative newcomer in the whole social media area. So we're on Facebook, and we've got tentacles and the beginnings of participating in some of these areas. But I think Shell and companies like it are probably sort of far from fully exploiting, leveraging how all of the social media could really be integrated into our business. So I think it's an area of interest, and I will be watching with interest to see how that evolves. We've had a few people stop by our booth, in fact, who are people who offer the services of helping us figure that out. So how should social media be involved with our business? Good question.